Well, grand rising to everybody that is pulling up for this live chat. Definitely for Lewis Hamilton is going through a tough patch or a rough spell right now. Listen, I'm definitely somebody who is about pro human life. Definitely somebody that is about kids first, but some people saying some of the things that you are saying, of course you would say these things anyway because it's Lewis Hamilton. Some of you need to be considerate or try to even be open minded if you can, even though I know that might be hard for you. You have to understand that regardless if there is something or a pet, a person in your life for some time, Lewis Hamilton doesn't have kids. Lewis Hamilton does not have a wife. Lewis Hamilton has had Roscoe for a very long time. Roscoe is synonymous with Lewis Hamilton in the paddock. All right. Roscoe is known or even sometimes highly anticipated to be at certain GPs if people get an opportunity to see Roscoe. But Roscoe and Lewis Hamilton have an attachment and a connection, and they've shared a life span together that means something. It means something, especially for Lewis Hamilton, if it doesn't mean anything for you. And I've always been taught, although I don't always adhere to the teaching, because I do think at some point in time that you can deviate from this. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say it at all, right? If you don't have anything good to say, don't say it at all. There's no reason for you to jump on any one of these social media posts, although you'll do it and you'll find your own reasons, but there's no good, legitimate reason for you to jump on saying anything disrespectful, disgusting, racial, homophobic, anything like that that you feel you want to just kick somebody while they're down. Just keep the shit to yourself. Just keep it to yourself. Don't spend the extra energy, the thumb power, the finger chattering to say anything while somebody is going through something in their lives that is impacting them in a very negative, emotional way. That's all I'm saying. There has to be some boundaries. I don't like Max Verstappen as a person. I can appreciate the way he drives. If a family member was to pass or Max was to post about his daughter being sick, I'm not finna touch that. I'm not touching that. If anything, I'll say condolences, even though I don't care for Max as a person based off the characteristics that I've seen from him. I'm gonna say condolences. I hope your daughter gets better. There are just certain things that you don't go into. There's certain things, and if you do go into it, just proves further that you are the type of person that most people think that you are. And likely that's a piece of shit. All right. I'm just going to say it like it is. Keep it real talk right now. And on the other flip side of this, many people probably could wonder because he said that Roscoe's caught pneumonia again. His heart stopped. They were able to get the heartbeat back, but he's been placed in a coma. They're going to try to wake him tomorrow. Whether he wakes up or not, I don't know. But this is what I can tell you. Before this situation, there was a interview our presser Lewis was doing. And I told you all that I can already tell based on his body language, his facial expressions, and the way he was speaking and the tone in which he was speaking, that I felt that there were some things going on behind the scenes of Formula One, behind even deeper than just the Ferrari, the team, back at the factory, in meetings. I felt that there was something going on that might be family related, possibly relationship related, possibly just Lewis Hamilton related, but it was outside of that. This does not help that. This does not help that. This only makes his transition even more difficult. There's no way anybody that is emotionally and mentally attached to a being that is now in the balance of either being or not being here, there's no way a human is going to be able to just to cut that off completely. Many of us might be able to marginalize it to a small margin where it doesn't impact us much, but it's still going to be there. And this is something, knowing Lewis Hamilton, how caring he is, how sincere he is, how dedicated he is to trying to put positive energy out into the world, this is something that's going to bother him. This is something that's going to impact him. This is something where you have to consider human factors. For those that don't know what human factors is, human factors are things that happen to a person unrelated to your working or corporate environment that still will impact the production of your corporate or working environment. This is something that will impact the production, the learning, the focus of Lewis Hamilton if Roscoe passes. If he passes. And it's completely understandable. It's completely understandable. There should be no, you just got to get over it. There should be no foolish takes of Paul Juan Montoya. Oh, you know what? You got to be able to go kill somebody to be a race car driver. There should be no negative lash or backlash because of this. Does Lewis Hamilton have to move on beyond this, regardless of what happens in the next couple of days? Yes. But should he be given the grace on top of the grace that he should have already been given coming into a new team, coming into a car where technically they screwed it up, coming into an environment and an organization who has been unable to get over themselves because of their arrogance? And now you're going to have this. And some people have even hinted or speculated that maybe there was some, I don't want to put a direct term on it, but let's just say there were already some negative things going on behind the scenes that Ferrari may have had to handle with certain personnel. All of this does not work well. All right. He's really gone through or going through a rough 4 years. Lewis Hamilton is literally going through a rough 4 years of not only his career in racing, but in life. Okay? Mainly his career in racing as far as a team shitbagging 3 years of his life with development that he pre-warned them about, and they chose to go forward with it anyway. And they wasted 3 seasons of Lewis Hamilton being at optimal, wonderful level. Mary Beanie in Super Chat says, prayers for Roscoe. I know Lewis is still sad. Yeah, he's still sad. Of course he is. And it's not even over yet. This is not over yet. This is something that still can get worse. This is still at a fork in the road. Does Roscoe wake up tomorrow? Does he not? Fork in the road. It gets worse. It still can be worse. And I will also tell you this. Roscoe could very well wake up tomorrow and still fall dead. Pneumonia is no joke, even when we as humans deal with it. When you're talking about the breed of dog that Lewis Hamilton has, that dog, and excuse me if it seems harsh, technically is not a species of dog that has done well to support its own life and or the regeneration of life. These dogs, most of these dogs, you'd be fortunate if they happen to run 5 or 10 yards in hot weather and they don't fall over. It's a very sensitive and very peculiar dog to take care of, to have that dog last as long as Roscoe has. They don't do well with the tail situation. They don't do well with breathing. Most of them have problem or asthma. It's just a dog that is, it's very difficult to take care of. That's why you think you see him carry him everywhere. Roscoe's not top. His dog's not going to run 20, 30 yards without any impact on his vascular system, on his respiratory system. It's just not happening. All right, so now with pneumonia and pneumonia impacting your respiratory system to a degree or very, very largely, this is a high-risk situation for this type of dog. Miss Dino in the Super Chat said he doesn't read comments, so hopefully he's not seeing despicable comments. Very true. And even if so, why do it? Right? Even if he doesn't read it, why do it? Even me, I could be pretty harsh, but there's some things that I'm just not going to do, but they're going to do it anyway, right? They're going to do it anyway. And it's impossible because guess what? There's going to be some reporter. It's going to be somebody, some talking head that has the access in which to ask Lewis Hamilton a question and package it up as if, how are you dealing with all the negative feedback in regard to you losing your dog? And you know what Lewis Hamilton's probably going to say? He's probably going to say exactly what Miss Dino said. And she's absolutely correct. But just knowing that there are a wave of people continuously out there hoping on your downfall, some of them praying on your downfall, some of them waking up in the morning just to hope that they see a report, a social media post about your downfall. These people are miserable. These people live a very small, minuscule life. These people probably have not achieved much in their own life. Because if you're working every day to achieve something, to become a better you, you don't spend an umpteenth amount of time from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep hoping on somebody's downfall or hoping that you can place a comment in a section that somebody might see it and it might cause them to have a down. You just don't do it. People that are legitimately trying to be better people don't do that. Every now and then, of course, you might say something that might be out of pocket. That's every now and then. If you focus on doing that every damn day, it's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. It's insanity. Because you're doing something hoping for a result, and the result probably hasn't happened yet because this man's a 7-time world champion. The richest Formula One driver, probably. One of the richest athletes in the world, likely. Multiple real estate. I mean, you might want to go do something with yourself. You might want to go spend some time improving yourself. Because all the time while you are hating and following Lewis Hamilton to try to bring him down and or anybody else, what have you achieved that you can be happy about? So yes, save it. Save it. But yeah, this is going to impact Lewis. And Lewis likely he'll rebound. He's been through a lot of tough things as a person, as a human being, since he's been a kid. It's the same guy as a kid, people attacking him racially. The N-word, the blackies. He'll be okay. He's going to have his moment. He deserves it. He's going to take his time. He's earned it. And then he'll be okay. Subpar Lewis Hamilton is still better than majority of the drivers on the grid, no matter what he's going through. And that's a fact. That's a fact. So, shout out to Lewis Hamilton. Positive energy and vibes out to Lewis Hamilton. Wishing and hoping for a positive result. Even me, as somebody who does not own a dog right now, or does not have a dog right now, had one as a kid. I don't necessarily care to have a lot of pets. It's just not me. But even if it's not you, do you not understand what it is to have something or somebody you care about in the balance? Just take that right there and apply it. And you might respond a bit better than you probably won't. You're probably just done. I was gonna try it. Some people just done. Some people just baked. But big shout out to you all that are sending positive energy, positive vibes. And let's just go ahead and hope the best for the situation and be prepared for the worst, because whatever you feel is magnified times a million what Lewis Hamilton feels, because he's actually dealing with it. Right. We get to see about it and go do something else. Lewis Hamilton has to deal with it. Beijing in the super chat says the problem is these people don't know what true love is, whether it's being human or a pet. When you love a creature, you feel that loss. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. 100% accurate right there. 100% accurate. All right, good people. We will have Wolves Den likely this weekend, or we end up having a grudge race. So we'll have grudge race, but we still may have a Wolves Den because things like this are happening, plus some other things take place. So be prepared for a post if we have a Wolves Den, but do know we're already set to go live on Sunday for the Wolfpack grudge race. So we will see you there for that as well. All right. And just enjoy your day. Try to stay as positive as you can in the midst of those that will hope to cast negative energy towards you. All right. Do it all the time. Stand strong. Keep your chin up. Keep moving forward. All right. Peace and love. See you on the next one.